Okay guys, so I wanted to make a quick video to show you how we calculated standard deviation in Google Sheets the other day. So I already have my data in here, off here to the left. These were the heights in inches of 10 players on a team. I made a note that it does help for you to sort your data first. It just helps you kind of see where you're at with all these numbers. So mine's already sorted, but if you forgot how to do that, highlight it, data, sort range, sort, and it will put it in order from smallest to biggest. Okay, so the first thing we need to do, I have the steps up here on this stats notes sheet, which you can find at the bottom of our home page. There's a link that says Google Sheets Stats Notes. If you go there, it'll take you to a view-only copy of our notes from Google Sheets from class. Okay, so I have the 5 steps to find standard deviation. The first thing we need is the average of our data. So I just made this little label over here that says mean. Remember to find average. I click equals average and then highlight my data, enter. 60.5 inches is my average, so I'm going to type that in. If I hit Control C, it will copy that, and then I'll go down the page and Control V to paste. So Control C copies, Control V pastes. Okay. Notice I did not copy the formula. It doesn't say equals average, it just says the 60.5. I just typed that in. Okay, so step 2, I need to subtract the mean from each of these values of data I have. So I hit equals, and then go over to the 48, minus, and then arrow over until I see the purple box on 60.5. That's my average, and I hit enter. So there's my formula, and if I drag this down, it will apply that same formula to this entire column of data. Okay, I had to pause. Mr. Anderson came in to talk to me. So I'm going to try that again, just in case you need to see it again. So equals the data value, so the first one's 48 inches, minus, arrow over to the mean, enter, and then drag it down by clicking the little blue box. Okay, and again, I go over there and I click this little blue box till I get the little cross, and I go all the way down and drag it, and it'll apply that formula to all those values. So it just took each of these heights and subtracted the mean, and that's the answer. So these are negative because these first few values are less than the average, and these are positive because these heights are greater than the average. Okay, now the third step in finding standard deviation is to square those differences. And remember, squaring is taking something to the power of 2. So negative 12.5 times negative 12.5. So to do that quickly in Google Sheets, I'm going to hit equals, arrow over to that first difference, and then I'm going to do Shift 6. It will give you that little caret, which is to the power of. So Shift 6 and then 2. So that's this value to the power of 2. Boom. And then I will again grab the little blue square till I get the cross, drag it down, and it'll square all those values. Okay, step 4, I'm going to find the mean of these squared values. So I have a new data set right here. I need to find the average of all of those. So remember, to find the mean or average, we use equals average. To highlight all of those, remember I'm hitting shift and then like arrowing down, and it highlights that whole section. Enter. Boom. There's my average of the squared differences. That is called the variance. And the last step is to square root this variance, that average that we just found. So in Google Sheets, I hit equals SQRT, that's square root, and go up to that value that we want to take the square root of. Boom. So the standard deviation of Team A's heights is, we can round to the nearest tenth, 8.7 inches. And what this means is that approximately, and we'll get more into how to interpret standard deviations, but what this means is approximately, I believe it's 67% of Team A's heights are within 8.7 inches of the mean of 60.5. So 67% of the team's heights are 8.7 inches higher than 60.5 or within 8.7 inches lower than 60.5. And again, we'll get more into that interpretation piece, but I just wanted you to see how to get this standard deviation. In class, we are going to try that a second time with another data set. Thanks.